Oh, it's ticking. We are live, people, and sorry, but we are a little bit delayed. We had a little bit of a, stretching issue and stuff like that. But we are here and wearing the inter. We are. Where am I hearing? We are wearing the intercolors. Of course, I'm joined by brilliant Jarvis. I love this Crespo, and we have Mo as well. How you doing, Mo? All
I'm
good?
doing all right. Excited for the game. A little bit nervous, but we'll be there, of
Are you
course.
guys ready to rock and roll?
A
Let's
hundred
do this.
percent.
Yes.
Okay, people, smash a like. We'll be back in 10 seconds. Take a sip on your brew. We're going to do this. How are we going to stop City to win a treble? By being Inter fans. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the realist army in the VR room. Good evening to you, Mo, all the way from the USA. You've been streaming relentlessly today, but you must be pumped today because tomorrow you're playing the final in Istanbul, Turkey. How you feeling, Mo?
Listen, I've been drained of energy over the past, like 3 days since Tuesday. I have done
Wallahi.
preview with every single Man City content creator out there. The only thing left is to be on a Man City official channel talking about Inter.
Is there
That's
anyone?
the only thing. Isn't anybody left? I don't know. I've faced every Man City content creator, like most of them. Let's just say most of them, and I've been asked the same questions. Can you do it? Can you do it? And my answer is, if you watch football, yes, it can be done.
It's
It's not
football.
impossible. It's not Millwall against Manchester City.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, with all due respect to Millwall, people are treating this game as it's League Two team against the best team to ever exist in football. This Inter team has players that won the Euros, has players that did everything possible in football. So
Yeah,
come on, just
absolutely
at
100%.
least be realistic. We are in the Man United Realist TV, so at
Yeah,
least be
that's
realistic.
correct. I mean, I guess from a certain point, Jarvis, a lot of Manchester United don't want this to happen for simple reason. We have a takeover taking in place, and everyone is bigging up this City team. If they win tomorrow, they're going to be the biggest team ever. Blah blah blah, and then they have the audacity to call us sports washing by Qatar takeover. It's same journalists actually getting invited, like first class ticket, going to Qatar, eating the bread and going home and talking shit. What is this, Jarvis? So I can see your beautiful Crespo jersey. Tell me about your Crespo jersey and what's the reason why you have the Crespo jersey behind you.
Oh, the Crespo jersey. Yeah. My father worked in the tire business, so he was visiting the Pirelli factory
Ah, yeah.
in Italy. So he got it home for me when I was a kid. So yeah, that was good. And it's actually worn out because I always used it when I was practicing football and training. So it's a good shirt,
Yeah,
original. I like it.
yeah. Listen, I am pumped up in certain way, Mo, as well. Because I want Inter to win fair and square. And the thing is that I keep thinking is that Pep Guardiola has a tendency to tinker a little bit, to bottle it in the big finals. And I just pray for the footballing gods that yeah, you guys will turn up, right? Because you have a very strong team, to be honest. If I look at the paper, but what's your general feeling about tomorrow? Like, would it be since you're playing in Istanbul, it's a final, anything can happen. Walk you through your thoughts process, how this game, if we break it down, how it might go.
If it was me 5 years ago, by myself with my just circle, my friends, I would say, yeah, I really want my team to go out there, win the game, just play our
Mm,
game. I have good feeling about this team. But the problem is that we live in a day and age where social media takes over everything in our life, even takes over my life itself. I'm getting DMs, yeah, you have to win this, and getting other DMs and messages saying that you'll get battered. And I'm like, why you're overwhelming? I'm not on the pitch. I don't represent Inter. I'm just a fan that maybe knows football more than you. So that's why I'm here on this final camera, and you're just watching me, and that's it. So just give me at least I can analyze the game. I can only talk about what I know, and what I know is, and I said that on the football terrace, and I said that on every single preview, Man City are not great away from the
Yeah,
Etihad.
you're absolutely right.
Is it neutral or away? It doesn't matter. Man City fans will tell me that, oh yeah, but we only play to the level of the game. Fine, fantastic. But I'm not in the dressing room. I only can analyze what I see in front of me. And what I see in front of me, that Man City team that played against Real Madrid the first game is not the same as the second game. Man United, the team that played against Arsenal at the Etihad, is not the same Man City team that played against Man United at Wembley. It's not. I am not going to reanalyze things and reassume stuff based on the feelings, or people are thinking about that. People are thinking about this. So the same thing, I'm going to assume that Man City players are going to keep thinking about we have to win this, while Inter players, and I'm saying that people didn't understand that we reached the final and the league is done, and our players went to Lautaro Martinez's wedding. Our players had a barbecue. It's so chill. It makes me nervous, right? However, that tells me that these players are just relaxed. They are not gonna play the occasion. They are gonna play the game. While Man City team are already thinking about the occasion. This notion of Bernardo Silva's last game, the last gift to the Man City fans. Gundogan, this is your last clutch game. You are really playing into the media's hand. You're playing the occasion, while Inter are the final. We played finals before. We won. We lost some against Sevilla. So it's just a game for us against the strongest team in Europe and in the world at the moment. We're going to try our best. We're going to try to play the game we have. And our coach is not thinking, if we won this, I'm good. And if I don't win this, I'm bad. While Pep Guardiola already sarcastically saying, if I don't win this, that means I can't win the Champions League without Messi. Man, shut up, man. You're already, yes, it doesn't matter. You're putting pressure on yourself. If that was my club, I'll be fuming. I'll be so mad that my coach is going to the public and saying that.
That was such a good rant, mate.
I love your rant, Mo, but can I say, I think you played a little bit too defensively. You're putting all the pressure on City. That's a wise move, but come on.
I'm not on the pitch. They are putting, Jarvis, they are putting the pressure. It's not me. Their players are coming out and saying, we have to win this. It's our mission. Their players are saying, this is my last game. Officials are saying that there is no parade if they don't win the treble. So it's not me who's putting pressure or not putting pressure. My players are doing barbecues. What their club is saying, no parade. It's not me. It's not even the media. It's not even the rivals' media. It's Man City's media putting pressure on their players.
Yeah, but you got a point, because what I'm trying to say is you got a point, because the ones that have pressure is City actually to win a treble. That's the thing. Well, you guys chilling, having a barbecue. You finish off the season. That's it. We're going to play Europa League. We're in Istanbul. Inshallah, let's go. You know what I mean. So that's for us in a certain ways. If you look at the FA Cup final, if I take it from Manchester United standpoint, I mean, statistically, Jarvis, we were not far off, to be honest. If you look at, we were the only one that was close to threaten City, right? And I don't think Inter is, far off either. Specifically, what Mo was saying there, it's a way they're playing crap it away. It is more pressure on them to win. I mean, Guardiola wants to win this for City. He's been trying and knocking for years. This is the only thing missing, right? So what's your thought process? What Mo was saying here, what I was saying here, in terms of the pressure is more on, Pep Guardiola here.
Yeah, I think Mo is spot on when he talks about the pressure, because all of the pressure is on Manchester City. No one expects Inter to win this game. And if they miraculously do, yeah, we will celebrate. But, if City win, everybody will just say, okay, as expected, because they are the best team in the world at the moment. Let's be fair. But Inter can beat them in one game, in my opinion. They have
Yeah,
great players. They have
it's a knockout game. So,
they
guys,
have
I just
some,
want,
yeah.
yeah, I just want to keep talking. I just want to see a shout out to everyone in the room. There's been a lot of people coming in here. We don't worry, we haven't forgot the VER room. Our loyal people. Just want to shout out. John Johnson is in the house. Stephanie's in the house. Milos Mitic, Neil Driscoll. A lot of people in the house. Wow. Sorry for neglecting you. We've been 10 minutes in. Surinder Singh says, "Come on, Inter." I guess everyone is Inter. Let's hope Chidi Bottle losing at penalties would be great outcome if realistically if can win in the UCL and become the second team to win the treble. Yeah, I mean, guys, could it go to penalties at the end of the day? I don't like finals to be decided on penalties. It's the most boring outcome. Yalle says also for Norway, this day is turning out to be interesting for sure. Glazer reaching out to the PSG boss to contact Yassim. All clubs are in arms and it's a mess. Let's go into. I like the other Milan club more. Yeah. Well, Yale, your opinion is great, but let me just comment on the article that came out today from David Ornstein. It's absolutely. It's just. Is it fair to say xenophobic? Then everyone is jumping on to say that. Oh, look at it. It's got links to, the state anyway. No. It's Qatar basically. It's the pride and glory. It's just basically, so what if Nasser reaches out to help a helping hand? It is for the pride and glory of Qatar. At the end of the day, they don't want to lose this bid, right? I don't know what you guys are thinking. Now this is a fake story, Dan. If you check out the account is a trolling account. Yep. So big up to all of you. Anyway, Neil Driscoll, UEFA saying United will not be allowed to play Champions League if club is going through have to September to sort this out. Yes, true. But anyway, we're not here to talk about takeover, guys. So big up to all of you. We're here about to talk about the game tomorrow. So shout out to RG as well. I said Lukaku better not put on his size 20 boots. Size 15 fits in perfect. Yeah, we all know about Lukaku, guys. So Gaming Sims is saying, hey, legends. Hey, back to you, Gaming Sims. Listen, at the end of the day, if Chiti win tomorrow, not good because they are just second team to do the treble. United would always be the first. Come on, Inter. Yalla. Yalla Inter. Viva la forza Inter. I agree with you guys, but I wouldn't worry too much. Even if they do the treble, right? It's not that they are surpassing United's treble. It's just on equal merits. But I always like to think of how did you actually achieve to that point, there's nobody's talking about, because rest assured the press is going to go bigging up this team like hell to say, oh, look at how the greatest team in the current century, right? But people not talking about how they sponsor themselves in order to be this way. They have 120 charges against them and nobody's talking about that in the media, so for me, I don't know, big up. It's a good assembled squad, but they won the lottery. It's fair and square. Do they play the good football? Yes, they do. But do I want them to win tomorrow? No, I don't. Do I want Inter to win? Yes, I do. Inter's got some really fantastic players, Mo, to be honest, right? If you look at your squad currently, like, is there any team news, like, prediction starting, like, Dumfries?
They don't know, but it's the same exact lineup that we know: Darmian, Acerbi, Bastoni, Dumfries, Dimarco, Onana and goal, Brozovic, Hakan, Barella in the middle. The problem is up top. They don't know if Lukaku's going to start or if it's going to be Edin Dzeko. Personally, I want Lukaku to start, of course. I don't want Dzeko to start because Lukaku can bully the defenders of Man City into turns and stuff. But hey, I'm not the coach. They are the coaching staff. So for me, it's up to them. It's up to them completely. But I would love to have Lukaku starting. But again,
Hakan Kalinoğlu, I like him too. To be honest,
fantastic player, of course.
So speaking about Lukaku, because we United fans have fair understanding who Lukaku is, and I thought it was like Dyer from Chelsea that they bought Lukaku 1 year, loaned him back out. So what's the fate of Lukaku? Is he going back to Chelsea?
They don't know yet. They already started talking to Chelsea about extending the loan, but again, it might be yes or it might be no. It's not known yet what is gonna happen. So again, it is still up in the air. They want to play the game. They want to wait a little bit, but it looks like he is gonna be staying at Inter for one more year.
And you personally would like that as well, I guess so.
Depends, honestly. To be honest with you, depends. It depends
Mm.
the club's finances, and but the club is in a better place now because I think the owner, the chairman, said that they are refinancing the loan, so we don't have to give money back to the oak tree, which is the people that loaned us the money. So we're in a better financial place than we were 12
Big up
months
to,
ago.
yeah. Big up which monkey saying we need Italian dark arts, bring it on. Yes, true.
So that
Permanent loan.
notion, I don't like that notion, that
No, I
because it
know.
has been said on Talk Sports that, and on the Guardian and on the Daily Mail, sorry, on the Football Daily, that the only way Inter can win is if they shithouse their way into a goal or a something like this. And someone mentioned Atletico Madrid, and I'm like, shut up, bro. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? You have no idea how people play football, and you're just talking shit about teams while you don't know. Ignorant people just don't watch teams and assume something based on stereotype, which is, I'm just going to tell you that. Yes, a couple of days ago, Wednesday, West Ham defended the whole game and Fiorentina had the ball most of the time. And at the end, West Ham won. We're not going to say West Ham like shithouse their way into the win. They had counterattacks and they executed them perfectly. They limited Fiorentina. And I don't know why are people say that only Inter can house them their way into the winning the game. Like, just come on. We have players that are better than Man City players. Let's just be honest. I don't get it why people are saying that. Like, we have ball playing center back. Like Bastoni is a fantastic ball playing center back. Brozovic is an amazing
Brozovic,
DM.
fantastic, yeah.
Barella, one of the best number 8s in the world. Hakan
You have a good
Çalhanoğlu.
goalkeeper too. Nana as well is a good
Yes,
goalkeeper.
I'm like, what is this?
I'm not
What
worried.
is this notion?
Yeah.
I'm worried, of course. I say City theoretically are better than Inter, but doesn't mean that Inter don't have a chance.
No. So how do we beat City tomorrow? No, let's say we, how is the best? It's just to go out and play your game. Like, don't fall for the Pep Guardiola trap, because we know they like it to have possession. They're going to play the tiki taka. You should not pass kind of thing. So how would you, if you were like the coach, how would you line up tomorrow, in your opinion? Like, and how would you play against?
It's the same way. We have 3 in the back, 2 wing backs, and 3 midfielders, and 1-1 on the defense. 1 striker up top, 1 striker on the middle, just to match them. How do we beat them? We beat the press. Brozovic, Hakan, and Barella.
Counter-attack.
Not counter-attack. See, there's a massive difference between beat the press and counter-attack. Counter-attack is that when they lose the ball, we're quick in transition. But beat the press means that when we have a goal kick or we get the ball back and they are trying to press us, we bypass that press by passing the ball. It's not a counter-attack. It's completely bypassing their first wave of press. That's what I don't understand. True. Like, people are saying Inter can only play counter-attack. Well, Real Madrid scored against Man City. It's not a counter-attack. Real Madrid started from the back. City tried to press. Real Madrid played 1-2. And they went all the way to the goal. It wasn't Man City losing the ball and then it's a counter attack. That's completely different.
Yeah. Big up to you, Angie, one of our members, saying Judge, Mick, Jarvis, big up to you guys. Stephanie Griffith also saying Inter will pay savvy football to win. Well said, Mo. It's basically, it is all about being outsmarting and being clever, and just, as you said, like, figure out that press. If you stay into the game the longer you stay into the game, frustrating them, the more they're going to make mistakes. And the more
I have a notion, Mick, that is very strange. I have a scenario in my head.
Okay.
I actually think that Inter can score twice before Man City score.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
The reason why I'm saying that is that the last time Man City faced a 2-striker formation was against Brentford, especially the first game. And Ivan Toney isn't as strong as Lukaku. Lautaro Martinez, he's good in scoring goals and being in the 18 and stuff. So I'm saying, if Man City try to press from the first minute and they don't score in the first 5 minutes, now Inter can work their way into the game and actually be 1-on-1 against Diaz or Akanji or whoever. Okay, and if we bypass the press, if we get our chances early and we score them, I think we scored twice. We scored twice early. Yeah. We'll see how it is, but I'm really, really thinking that we can do this.
RG is saying press Rodri.
Inter pick their times to press Rodri, just to be fair.
To be fair, yeah.
Inter aren't a pressing team, but we press. We're gonna try to press and get the ball from Rodri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's I'm just seeing that at the end of the day, like, all forms goes out the window. It's this Champions League final, right? What they did at home at Etihad to demolish Real Madrid was at home, of course, right? When they played away, they almost lost the game. They just got the late goal. So I'm not too worried in certain sense. It's a final. Your boys will be up for it. The crowd will be up for it. It's going to be electric. If you guys score the first 2 goals, like, I think they will just be like, the head will turn a little bit. In terms of key players, like, from your end, we know City pretty well, like, but who would be like, the key figures tomorrow in Inter's side, like, to step up and be the leaders
It's
on the pitch?
Lukaku and Brozovic. This is, in my
Lukaku and
opinion,
Brozovic.
these are the 2 players that I think we should look at and see if they can. I don't know, like, if they play their game, I think we can win the game. 100%.
Big up,
Mo, can I just ask a question? Why do you think Brozovic is the man?
So Brozovic is the deep line playmaker. When City try to press, Brozovic is the guy that's going to pick the ball and pick the right pass between the line. And Lukaku is the one that is going to win the one-on-one battles with Diaz or Akanji. When we are under pressure and we want to get the ball out, it's going to be Onana trying to ping it to Lukaku. Once he goes to Lukaku has to bring it down and turn. And now all their midfielders have to run back, okay? And that will get them tired. So these 2 players should play their game. Everybody else, even Barella, it's all right. Like, they can be like 80% or something. But if Brozovic is not on it, we're not getting out of the press. If Lukaku's not on it, physically, we cannot match them.
Yeah, so don't you think Barella is a player who can get out of the press by himself?
He
like
isn't the guy that picks the ball from the back. It's Brozovic or Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Barella gets the ball higher on the pitch.
I've seen him drop down sometimes, and because he has so good spatial awareness, so he can like find spaces when it's really tight, even when there's another deep lying playmaker beside him. But
sometimes, but not as often as the other players, to be honest. It's not as often.
I just want to say to Andy Cooper, he says, please, Mickey, don't jinx it. Stay neutral and let Inter win. Last final, you predicted we lost. Big up, Andy. Yeah, I did. I'm not going to jinx it because footballing gods exist. I stay neutral, but I still want Inter to win 100%. Chris Jackson is saying, I'm hoping City players forget which drawer their passports are in, which drawer the passports is in. If you know, you know. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Is Edison playing or Ortega? Somebody says Edison. Milos Micic from Serbia, Forza Inter na krov Evrope posle 12 godina. He's basically saying in Serbian, like, Forza Inter on the roof of, on the top of Europa after 12 years. Yeah, 100%. So there's a lot of people rooting for, we even have Learning Genos in the house. First time I see you in the community. Big up and welcome. Keep ground down quiet. Mark him, De Bruyne and Haaland, same. Keep them high and don't let them break out. 100%. That is a kind of a good tactic as well. But at the end of the day, we try that as, in the FA Cup final. The problem is that if you have quality players in the midfield to mark Gundogan, De Bruyne, and keep silent Haaland, they will always find that extra, like, fourth player to sort of link up, like can be a Grealish or whatever. But I kind of understand. United didn't have the quality at the end, Jarvis. Like, we did man mark, like, De Bruyne. We stopped, Haaland, but then they left Gundogan open, and that pinged us. Like,
yeah, but the final, the FA Cup final, as we were saying earlier, City, they never play good when they're not at home, because that was actually a final United could have won. We had the better XG, and that second goal from Gundogan. I read on goalkeeper.com that it's the shot is saved 82% of the time. So it was a howler from De Gea. But back to Mo. Just speaking about the final. How do you think about the manager Inzaghi? Does he have any tricks up his sleeve to turn this game around?
Well, somehow this guy gets it right in the cup games. Somehow he does. Played 6 finals, won 6 finals. So somehow he does. He's in the league is not the greatest, but so did Ancelotti. Was never great in the league, right? But
Yeah,
Ancelotti
true,
won
true.
4 Champions League. Some coaches are just built for the knockoff game, for the one-off game. They can read the other team, they can motivate the players, and I'm hoping that this is the case here. I'm hoping that Pep Guardiola will continue the thing about not being great in a one-off game, not being great, and panic when things don't go his way. I'm just hoping, I'm just a humble guy that just trying
Same as
to
us. Yeah.
jinx it for
Yep.
Man City.
Books is wondering, is Skriniar fit?
No, so Skriniar is injured since February, had a back injury, hasn't played a minute since then.
Okay.
He's going to be on the bench, but I doubt he's going to play a minute.
They say, I hope Inter players watched the FA Cup final. I'm sure they did. United could have beaten City if we were more clinical. To be fair, Inter have been better finishers than United. Thoughts? Yeah, I think, RJ, we covered that. But I will pass this. I will pass this to Mo as well. Inter have better finishers than United. If Lukaku can sort out his first touch, yes. I like Lukaku as a striker. I do like. How about Lautaro Martinez though? Is he not going to start because he's been quite in good form too, right?
He's going to start for sure, 100%. I'm telling you, the player that I will definitely will start, right? Like, will 100%. 9 players will 100% start. It's only Lukaku or Dzeko.
Okay.
Unless something else comes in and it's ridiculous. So I don't know, but I doubt it. It's gonna be simple. It's gonna be a easy choice for Inzaghi. Just my opinion.
Big up Angie, one of our members, says, smash the like and subscribe, people. Great channel, great host, excellent mods, but also excellent guest in terms of Mo. Thank you for coming on as well. Guys, please smash a like. It's free. Like, we don't take dividends, as we say, like the Glazers, greedy bastards. You know what I mean? You will only burn extra a little bit calories just by reaching out and pressing. That's fine. Please do it. Please, please, please. Compost Smurf, if the football gods exist, they will help Inter on the way tomorrow. 100% Compost Smurf. And I do really love your dog on that picture. That is an Australian Shepherd by definition. Mo, a question for you. You got the wrong end of my stick, brother. Inter play good football and have players to win, but I want to see the dark arts. I want to see City cry on the cheat Grealish sent off. Got it. Did I get this right?
Yes. Yes,
Thoughts?
yes, exactly. So, yeah, Mo, you got the wrong end of the stick, brother. Inter play good football, but I want to see the dark arts.
I want to see City cry.
I didn't understand in the beginning that they don't like this person doesn't want me to play good football, just want the dark arts and want to see people cry.
No, he wants to see Grealish to be sent off, to cry, because that's what I'm trying to say as well. City, if you start antagonize them, if you start, keeping a tight game, you don't let them into the game. They have a tendency to get, grumpy and lose their heads a bit, And Italians are quite good at defending. Italians are good at that magic. What do you call it? Some people call it the Italian juju, right? Italian master dirty football, right? Hey, the Mickey Blue, I say. So I do agree in certain sense. But I like to see a good game of football. But, when do you ever see a good final? Like, except for the World Cup, there was a very good final, Argentina final. But Champions League, when was the last time we saw a really good toe-to-toe football in Champions League, right? It's always a tight
Liverpool, Real Madrid last year. That was a 50-50. I say it's a 50-50. It was very close. One mistake, and there's not a lot of them, but they happen. They just happen. So
yeah, I remember that, and then booked the hotel. Yeah, I just have to do this, people. Sorry.
Where's the next year? Istanbul or where? Chelsea fan. Yeah. Book the hotel. Put it in the diary, yeah.
Yeah, Istanbul, booked the hotel. Obviously, that didn't go well done. But anyway, so I'm really pleased to see one of the Italian Serie A teams in the final. Really good. I mean, the road there was like, of course there was a Milan derby as well. And big shout out to the big Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who just retired. What a player! I mean, me being Swedish as well, fond memories of Zlatan. But you know what? This shows you that the mental lion, right? What was it? 41 when he retired. He played for United. He played for Swedish national teams. He played for Inter. He even played for Milan, didn't he? Once as well as he played everywhere.
He played for Inter.
Barcelona, everywhere. Yeah, went to America, came back to play, in Serie A. So what a career! 20 years career. So big up, you know what I mean. But in terms of Liverpool, yeah, what I'm saying, we will play in Champions League next year, so we're looking forward to that as Manchester United fans, and they will play Europa League. But we're here to talk about, to wish you congratulations, Mo, and your team, Inter. 100%, we're all backing you. So I guess you should understand that every Manchester United fan will be Inter fans tomorrow, right? So just coming down to this is going to be a very short one because Mo, you've been streaming all day. So have I. I've done 2 shows today as well. So just want to have a sort of quick midnight vibe. It's just coming down to the score prediction, what you guys thinking will be. So I will reach out to the panel. Let me know in the panel box as well. Where do you think this will go? Will it go to penalties or give us a score prediction? I'll start with you, Jarvis, first. How do you think this will end?
How do I hope it will end? That's the question. I hope that Inter will win this game. I trust Inter because they have good players. They have Barella, they have Martinez, they have Brozovic. So they are one of the teams that can really hurt Manchester City at the moment, in my opinion. So they have a fair chance. I wouldn't call them favorites, but it's like 60-40. And let's say I hope Inter wins 2-1.
2-1. Mo,
I agree with them. I hope Inter wins 2-1, but again, City are 60-40 to win the game.
There's some telepathy going through here, like in the ether, because before you guys even said it, I was also thinking 2-1 to Inter. But some people say, Mick, don't jinx it, don't say it. It's like, because last time you predicted, we lost. So, yeah, everyone is definitely 100% backing it, but we want to know your score prediction as well. Some people are thinking it's going to be penalties. I don't want to see penalties. That's a boring final, right? The thing is, guys, I am so scarred from the Europa League final with Jose Mourinho in the helms, and we played Europa League final. Who did we have? Sevilla. It went to the 13th penalty, David De Gea kick. You remember that one? Never again. I don't want to see that, right? I don't want to see it. Guys, well, hang on. There's nothing coming from you via our panel. We want to hear from you as well. What is your score prediction? 3-0 demolition, says John Johnson. Hoping Inter will win and see a 3-0 demolition job. I really hope so. John, I'm not going to say it. Footballing gods do exist. I do hope and pray for a Serie A team to actually win. And the thing is that City has done it all, but they've never won a Champions League. Same with PSG, right? They keep trying, knocking, investing, trying, knocking. Ain't gonna happen. So I'm just hoping that the footballing gods is on Inter side tomorrow. Any thoughts?
Mick, I just have some questions to Mo about
yes, please go ahead.
As he's here right now, so I have the chance to talk about Italian football. When I was younger, I followed Italian football in the 90s. It was the best league in the world. So, but now we have seen Italian football coming back. They are in several European finals, and we have Napoli and Roma and Atalanta and now Inter and Milan. So what's the reason? What have happened the last couple of years with Italian football?
I think the difference, Italian football financially haven't gotten better at all. Italian football in general hasn't gotten better. I think what happened is in the past 4 years now, we had 4 different champions, which is Juventus, Inter, Milan, and Napoli. And I think that makes the league more competitive, and that makes the league more, more exposed to different type of football. And I think this is what made them successful, like a team like Fiorentina. Fiorentina, very offensive team, you saw that. Roma, very, very defensive team. Napoli, very expensive. So exactly that, I think. But exactly, financially, the Serie A has gone down. We are selling the Lukakus, we're selling the Hakimis. We cannot keep our players. So I think the only reason I can see is the diverse winners. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but Juventus.
I don't think we are coming back. I don't think so. I think the Euro thing helped. Winning the Euro in 2021 helped big time. The Italian players, of course. So I think that makes a big difference.
I'm gonna go with the positive jinxer, like box. 7-0 Inter. I love your positivity, box. We can only pray and wish. RG is saying, Inter are not Roma or Fiorentina. They have won the Champions League already. Yeah, 100%.
Won it 3 times. Yeah.
3 times, yeah. Compost Smurf is saying extra time for me. Witch Monkey is saying Inter will win 2-1, 2 Lukaku goals. Yeah, let's hope so. I
want to win it for another reason completely. You guys won't like that. I want to separate from Man United.
That's fine. That's fine by me.
Like, seriously, one of the reasons that nobody thinks about is that if Inter win this, we're on 4, and the category below us are the 3s and the 2s.
Chris Jackson say 2-1 Inter. I swear Mkhitaryan, RJ saying, I swear Mkhitaryan is going to do something. Yeah, Mkhitaryan used to play for us. I really rated Mkhitaryan when he played under, actually there was Jose Mourinho that recruited him. I mean, I really liked him, but then he didn't work out for some reason. Statius is saying full-time 1-1 Inter, then City 2-1 Inter. No, hang on. 2-4 Inter penalties. We see. I don't know much about Onana, if he's a good shot stopper in penalties, but I really hope so, to be honest. If that goes, and people saying Inter to beat the plastic club. There's so many of you, Anyway, guys, it's been just a short preview. What to say? We will see. The stars will line tomorrow. If it's going to be magical, I wish I was in Istanbul. It's going to be magic. But listen, Football Philosophy Phil, one of our regulars here, one of our co-hosts, says 2-1 Inter. I take that. Don't care what Inter win as long as they would do. 100%. Let the best team win. That's it for my end. I just want to sort of, have Mo on just to hear what he will think, how he sees the game. And Mo, thank you so much.
I'm shitting myself, so yeah.
You are nervous, I can see, mate. But you know what?
Literally shitting myself. Like, you have no idea. I didn't sleep last night. I'm going out to get drinks, so I just
do it, man.
Like a little baby. So, and then wait for tomorrow. And I might do a watch along. Imagine that.
Oh God. You don't want me on watch alongs more. Come on, man. We did the Flying Pig the other day, right? And I was invited and I couldn't do it. Jarvis, what happened? There was I did it. You did it, yeah, but you invited me to come along, and I freaked out. I shit my pants basically because you guys had what was it? My stream was 1 minute behind, and all of a sudden City scored after 15 seconds. I go, fuck you, I'm going. I cannot. I have too much ADHD. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
But big up Mo. Seriously, Mo is one of the hardest working content creators. How many shows do you actually do per day, mate?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus.
Wow.
5 a day.
Machine.
Yesterday was 5 as well. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you're doing good. But one last question about Inter. I'm just picking your brain while I have the chance. So Darmian he's been in and out of this Inter team, hasn't he? But now
he's a starter just because Skriniar got injured. He was in and out with Dumfries on the right side, but now he is the starting center back, right? Just because Skriniar got injured in February, but that's it.
Can we expect something from Darmian? Will he man mark Haaland? Because we have seen Haaland.
No, it's going to be at Sherby. It's going to be at Sherby, man marking Haaland, and basically. Listen, I'm not worried about Haaland, surprisingly, because he hasn't scored lately. He hasn't scored lately. If he turns up, he turns up. I don't know.
But it is that Champions League Haaland thing, He's that's his thing. So. I would worry a little bit of Haaland, but okay.
Send me the phone numbers, all 6 clicks. You guys are crazy in the VR room. Listen, I'm gonna let you go off the hook, Mo, because you've been doing madness today. Like, you know, I saw you on Terry.
Just to let you know that I've been asked to do a show like in half an hour. And
Really?
I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
Majnoon. Man, come on. You gonna do it?
No, I'm going out.
You're going out.
No, I'm going out. I'm finishing this stream. I'm actually 5 minutes. I'm getting ready and just going out.
Yeah.
Going
You guys
out.
were talking about the midfielder. You were talking about Mason Mount. I sent in, like, you know, I think, like, you know, Sofiane, what's his name? I forgot now. The Moroccan midfielder, the Fiorentina. Amrabat. You can get him for 30 million, mate. You know, and people are debating on Mason Mount and stuff. Like, come on, Amrabat is such an amazing player, right? Listen, Mo, wish you all the best, sir.
Thank you.
All I want to say is good luck to you. Thank you for coming on. And
I appreciate the invite,
thank you
guys.
for
I'm
thank
sorry I
you
couldn't
for-
do it earlier, but at least we did it, right? And
We
I gave
did
you guys
it.
hope, right?
You
Yeah.
did.
And you better calm yourself down, go out and have some drinks, and wish you a great experience tomorrow, Mo. It's been a pleasure as usual. Second time you come on. People, where can they find you? You're everywhere. You're on, you know, Never a Foul. You're on Football Terrace.
My channels are Never a Foul, Daily, Twice or Once, and Inter Worldwide is for Inter content. So that's where you find me. If you want to hear me talk about Premier League, have agendas and stuff, you just come to Never a Foul. You might not like what I say.
We like what you say. Honest opinion. Yeah, I saw you in the Never a Foul the other day too. Big up also for all your panel and for your channel. Go smash a like on that channel as well. Go follow. We're all here to collaborate. So big up for you for coming on. Jarvis, when can people find you? The usual Bowley.
Yeah, you can find me on this channel always. And I'm sometimes on the Mr. Structures channel, the Therapy Army, and you can find me on Twitter, Bowley77.
Yep. And tomorrow you will wear the beautiful Crespo shirt, I guess.
Tomorrow I will wear the Crespo shirt. Yes.
And what about the face paint? Would you do like in blue and black, like this war painting? Come on, man.
No.
Listen, big up, smash a like for people. Please like and subscribe to this channel. We just had a short 40 minutes, short preview. We had 2 streams today, guys. If you missed it, it was the early transfer morning show with Talk Sports, Anil Kandola, smashing podcast. We talked about all the targets, and then we had the Manchester United real agenda with the Man United agenda. We talked about the takeover, the Qatari stuff, and things are happening, things are brewing, and hopefully for the best. But tomorrow, big up for Inter. Let's do this, people. Green and gold until we're sold. Big up, Mo. Thank you so much, sir. Guys, we will give you back today. This has been Mick Ruby, Jarvis Cocker, and Mo. Have a big one, guys. We see you tomorrow, hopefully.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.